Yo, 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 what's up, world? It's your big homie, Drew. How to Rap Drew, rap coach extraordinaire, mentor to the motivated, leader of the legends, here with a breakdown of our new single, Moon Lambo. Collaborative effort with cryptocurrency influencer, business partner, and good friend of mine, Ian Balina. Now, this is one of many tracks that we've been working on and releasing as of recent. And in the spirit of music education, in the spirit of transparency, we're going to break it down because that's what we do at How to Rap. Transparency is the name of the game for the whole crew. So, let me give you guys a little bit of a background to the how this track started and how this music came about so that How to Rap fans know what's going on. And anybody else who's interested in this, especially in the crypto space, can kind of understand what we're doing, what's going on, and how we going to take it to the moon in the Lambo. All right. So, I've known Ian for about 10 years now. He was always a business guy. I was always a music guy. This was back in DC, Maryland, stand up, what's going on. And, our life paths kind of went their own way. But through a series of, successful events, I'll keep it real, we ended up both kind of being YouTube influencers in different spaces. So at some point, I'd been doing the rap, how to rap thing, the music education thing. He had been doing the cryptocurrency thing, and he kind of hits me up just on some homie stuff like, yo, I think I need a theme song. I want to take the brand and crypto as a general point into a larger area and a larger niche, right? And larger mainstream, basically. And, Drew, you're the guy. You're the how to rap guy. So I was like, all right, this is interesting. And for all you how to rap fans out there, like, you have to understand that sometimes you're going to be presented with a creative challenge that isn't the thing that you, when you were 14 or 15, sitting in your room, wasn't thinking necessarily was going to happen for you as a rapper. So this isn't always going to be just, here's a song that I thought of while I was chilling in my crib. I want to mention I'm mooning a Lambo. Sometimes you'll have a friend in your life or a business associate that will approach you with a creative challenge. And in this case, that's what I took it as. I also took it as just an opportunity to try something new as an artist. You know what I mean? Like, I at the time, I didn't know anything about cryptocurrency. I wasn't in that game. I wasn't at the time an investor or nothing like that. It was just a cool idea, and I was willing to try it out. And I've been approached before in this kind of vibe, and I always take a creative challenge on, whether it's trying to make a YouTube channel teaching people how to rap, to doing a rap musical for a dating company, now to doing cryptocurrency anthems, right? So he approaches me and he says, look, in crypto, we say a cryptocurrency goes to the moon. So it's sort of like a stock shooting up. He says, so I want to have some moon imagery in it, going to the moon, something like that. And he's like, when you get to the moon, when you are balling, when your cryptocurrency money is good, whatever it is, you get a Lambo because you got to get the Lambo, right? So I kind of understood that as a rap fan. I was like, all right, I get what you're going with the Lambo talk. But the moon thing, he had to explain it. Gave me about 2 paragraphs worth of notes, kind of what he wanted me to say, taught me about the word ICOs, watched some of the videos, basically just gave me the rundown and blueprint of what this track should feel like. But I had to pick the beat, I had to pick the way to say it, however I was going to do it. So I was like, all right, I got it. They shoot to the moon, and there's Lambos involved and all that. So let's just start from there. I'll start playing the track. We'll kind of go step by step of how this all came about, right? And what I was thinking, my creative process for all those how to rap fans, people trying to learn how to rap, all that. So let's start.
Uh-huh. True. We just landed on the moon in the Lambo. It feel good, don't it?
Right, so how did I find the beat? A lot of people like the beat, especially my fan base. I know a lot of the crypto fans like the beat as well. I mean, this was just a beat that we found. I think I was just looking up Rick Ross type beats. I know that a Rick Ross kind of feel, kind of a Dawn kind of vibe is what we were looking for. So usually with this, I just look up on YouTube, insert artist name here and type beat. So if I want a Rick Ross type beat, I look up a Rick Ross type beat. Jay-Z, feel of a beat, I look up Jay-Z type beat, right? Now, obviously, us English majors out there, type beat is not exactly type of beat, but y'all get the point, right? So I looked them up. You know, you gotta have the musical ear to know what's worth it. So I probably looked up 15, 20 beats, chose 5, sent them off to Ian. I felt like this was the one. You know, he chose that as well, and I was like, all right, that's good because I had the same feel. So that's just collaborative stuff there. It's made by Maniac Beats, spelled Mayeniac. Shout out to him. He killed it. And we kind of rocked out from there. So we had the beat. The start of the song is just me with the ad-libs, the atmospheric ad-libs. Track was mixed by John Glass. Shout out to John Glass out of the Boston area. He's a good collaborator with Token, if y'all know Token. Super dope MC. So through one of my students, I was able to get connected with John Glass. He tore it up on the mix. And, you know, so we start with that kind of vibe. Like, for me, this track is like Jadakiss. Like Jadakiss doing a crypto song. And often when I'm doing a track, you know, you can listen to 100x and it's like Migos doing a crypto song. I'm often thinking, like, what artist do I admire that I'd like to, like, kind of emulate in the crypto voice? And, you know, it's not exactly stealing because I got my own tone and it's obviously a different kind of vibe, but I don't think, to all the How to Rap fans and students, I don't think you should ever be ashamed of doing music where you're thinking, this is my version of insert artist doing insert thing, right? So I feel like this is kind of Jadakiss vibe, and a lot of different tracks, I go for that, like different kind of artists that I mess with.
Alright. We just landed on the moon in a Lambo. Taking pictures with the zoom and the angle.
All right, so what I landed on with this, when he told me, you know, things shoot up to the moon and Lambos, I kind of had to find as a creative, how do I make the imagery of a moon and a Lambo something that a regular person that doesn't know this slang, doesn't know about crypto, can relate to, or at least visualize in a cool way, but everybody in crypto also knows what it is, right? Use with the slang. So you know, moon stuff I can do all day because there's tons of, you know, music that has moon imagery, blue moon, moonwalk, Michael Jackson, etc. Right? So moon, what is it? Moon dance? What is that? Van Morrison? Shout out to all my rock fans. But you know, that's not an issue. I just had to find a way to sandwich these two images, and so I kind of went with this, like, well, the moon can become the spaceship thing, right? Now the second line, what is it? Pictures with the zoom and the angle. We're both YouTubers. We're both in the video space. So I'm sort of thinking, well, you know, we play with that imagery of the YouTuber doing the video. At the time, I didn't know we were going to do a music video for it, but I thought it worked for the imagery of YouTube and video-based content.
We'll be coming back to you with the samples. Our predictions coming soon with a halo.
So we'll be coming back to you with the same pose. So that's the idea. We done gone to the moon in Lambo. Now we're back on Earth, swagged out, you know, bossed up, as you see in the artwork. And then the predictions of the halo and all the angels. It's just halo angels. That's just basic space moon imagery right there.
We just landed on the moon in the Lambo, taking pictures with the zoom and the angle. We'll be coming back to you with the samples. Our predictions coming soon with a halo.
And so here, look, the beat is already hot. So me as the writer, it's doing most of the work for me. Now that's not always going to be the case. Sometimes you're going to get a beat that's just super simple. You're going to have to do a lot more. But as a writer, How to Rap fans, yo, you know, don't do more than you need to. Don't put unnecessary work, right? If I'm editing videos and it's a really good shot of the mountains and it's just me talking, I'm not going to do jump cuts and all kind of craziness. I'm going to let the image do the work for me. Picture is worth 1,000 words. You know, sometimes the beat is as well, right? So I'm letting the beat do most of the work. It's a rather simple chorus. I'm leaning a lot on the imagery, leaning on the idea of that people in the cryptocurrency space will know what's good, what this means, and I'm leaning on the idea that it's got enough of a vibe from a rap perspective that rap fans can mess with it.
We just landed on the moon in the Lambo, taking pictures with the zoom and the angle. We'll be coming back to you with the samples. Our predictions coming soon with a halo.
Yeah,
the moon and the angels. Made man began, hustle to greatness. Elon's on the phone, he got our wallets, a spaceship.
So Ian, my collaborator's sort of other handle is Made Man, and he likes to say things like hustle to greatness. So this is just starting, and he puts some of this in the paragraphs, like you should mention hustle to greatness, Made Man. So this is me starting to swag out a little bit. Elon's on the phone, he got our wallets, a spaceship. That's Elon Musk reference. Spaceship, again, just kind of going with that.
But diaries for free, that's if you want to attain it. Spreadsheet can't leak if it ain't coming with payments now.
So I mean, vocally, for the How to Rap fans, if you notice what I'm doing on the chorus is landed on the moon in a Lambo. I'm kind of doing that deeper voice, and then on the verse, I'm much higher. I'm in my Jada Kiss raspy, right? So sometimes the best thing to do is have your chorus tone, your hook tone, and then just do something else. It'll also feel like you have two rappers on the track, which is really dope. So that's another effect that I use often. I'm rarely keeping my chorus in the same exact tone of voice as the verse, right?
I give the blueprint to Bill, making the moon a plan. I went from being a lunatic to a lunar land.
Lunatic to a lunar land, right? I call that like a suffix remix or a prefix remix, etc. That's basically where I'm keeping one part of the word and I'm switching another part, but they're related, right? So, like I said, moonwalk, blue moon, etc.
You day to day it, you make it no matter who the man. My chart is shooting in, tell me if it's cool to land. From my ICOs, my...
For my ICOs, I believe that's called a homonym, basically, or a sound-alike, as I like to call them. Basically, the idea is, you know, I'm finding ways for the same word to mean two different things. Like, very funny example, Eminem, getting off is the first thing I want to do when I get in office, if he was the president, right? So that's what that is. Any rap fan who hears ICOs, and any experienced rappers would be like, yeah, that's the first bar I'm gonna put in this. But yeah, that's homonym talk.
Points mushroom like Marios. I might take it to Mars, my portfolio. Could bring my whole entourage like I'm Arigo.
All right, so How to Rap fans, rappers. You know, my portfolio could bring my whole entourage like I'm Arigo. Portfolio and Ari Gold. Stretching those words, you know what I mean? Like, I'm always, and I get a lot of this from Eminem, I'm always trying to switch words around. Like, what rhyme could I find that is not predictable, right? Because a lot of beginning rappers, like, one of the biggest problems is what they're doing is they're picking the first rhyme they think of, right? So, like, Lambo. Damn, yo. Can't, like, whatever, right? I'm trying to find portfolio, Arigo, right? It doesn't make me better. I'm just explaining sort of like where, you know, I'm always shooting as an artist and what I'm always thinking when I'm writing, especially particular rhymes, especially in this kind of rap, because this is like 90s thing. This is like a 90s vibe, which is what we were going for. But with that, you got to come with the original rhymes, because the real rap heads, the boom bap heads are going to expect that level of switch. So.
Moon in the Lambo. Ain't a hater who presume where we can't go. Lambo's pulling up in twos like it's tango. Up in the clouds with my crew like I'm Lando.
Yeah, up in the clouds with my crew like I'm Lando. I like that joint. I thought of Lambo and Lando, and I knew I had to find a way to rhyme that and keep it within the imagery that we're playing with. So a lot of the stuff you're hearing, it's just plays on space, sky imagery. And that's huge, especially when you're doing this kind of rapidy rap, right? Some of the other songs we've done and we're gonna release, like Crypto Slowdown, things like that. I'm not so worried about playing with heavy imagery because I'm doing melodies and stuff. But when you're doing these longer, full 16 bar verse raps, 2 16s, 3 16s, you're gonna have a lot of words you gotta fill in. So playing with an image is really important, especially when the image is so overt, right? Right, like moon, Lambo, like you all day. I'm gonna be playing throughout this song with skies and moon and angels and spaces, spaceships. You know what I mean? Like, so that's kind of a way to guide you and keep you away from getting writer's block. Like, what else in sky and space can I think of? And as these bars were coming out when I'm writing them, that's what I'm thinking.
Landed on the moon in the Lambo, taking pictures with the zoom and the angle. We'll be coming back to you with the samples. Our predictions coming soon with a halo. The moon and the angels. Made man who died, read the game plan.
So this is the bridge. The beat drops out, and I believe the producer meant for it to be a bridge. Now he might have meant for it to be a 16-bar verse where just the drums dropped out. But usually after verse 1, when I hear the drums drop out, bridge time. I like to do bridges personally as a songwriter because rap has kind of changed. Rap is not always 2/16s. It's often not. Kanye West, Drake, J. Cole, Kendrick, they're doing bridges almost every song. So this is just a bridge. It's also something when I'm writing, I'm thinking, well, if this song does blow up, people gonna raise their hands and be like, yeah, you know, to this, man, die, you know. So that's that.
They can't stand, we fly where they can't land. Lifestyle, so good I gotta write that. Trying down, don't make me pull my drive out. Made man who died, read the game plan. They can't stand.
Don't make me pull my drive out. At the time, I knew that they, like in crypto, they use drives and stuff like that to hold their stuff, like their cryptocurrency. I didn't really know what I didn't know what that was. Now I know like Trezor wallets and ledgers and nanos, and anybody who's in crypto knows what I'm talking about. But at the time, that I just sounded like something threatening to say that wasn't like, don't make me pull my gun out. So that's what that is.
We fly where they can't land. Lifestyle, I never gotta lie about. Trying out, don't make me pull my drive out. Yeah, I wasn't always a celebrity. Had to do right till I left you a legacy.
I wasn't always a celebrity. That's again this sort of imagery of I came from the bottom, now I'm here, right? I was on Earth, now I'm on the moon. So that's just playing with the hustle to greatness, come from nothing. Let's get it.
Blood, sweat, and tears on this trail like a Cherokee. Business had a mission like Apollo and so heavenly.
Apollo, heavenly, like we said before, it's all just different variations on a theme. Space, moon, Apollo, sky, Lando, Cloud City.
Murcielago or Gelato with the leather seats. How should I roam from my home through the
Murcielago or Gelato, different types of Lambos.
the 7 seas? And one day this wasn't built. I'm not Romulus. Grind till you sitting on a bill with no monikers.
Grind till you sitting on a bill with no monikers. I spent a lot of time on that line because I was like, should I say Billy? Because I was going for a bill, meaning a billion. With no monikers. I still don't know if that line makes total sense. I'm going to say that straight up as the songwriter. You know what I mean? I don't know. I know that these crypto people made some memes about that bar. So, I mean, I don't know if they were saying, like, what does that mean? Or if they were saying it's a funny line. It kind of works within the context of the song because it's a little tongue-in-cheek. And you see where I was going with it. Like, sitting on a bill, Monica, but I'm going to keep it 1,000 with y'all because we're trying to be transparent. Like, I don't know about that bar. And the Andromeda line, too. It's the Andromeda strain, the Michael Crichton book, but I don't know what I was talking about.
It's for my mama, I turned up with no thermometers. I strained day after night like the Andromeda. I know what time.
I think one thing with all of these bars that are kind of for more advanced rappers, maybe a little bit of a softball. Like, I was trying to do lyrics that were simple enough that a person that's not necessarily really heavy into rap can still be like, oh, that's kind of witty. But I wasn't trying to do URL King of the Dot level bars, right? Or even Jadakiss level bars, even though he's a tonally an influence on this. I was trying to do like punchlines that people, you know, even fintech, crypto people can kind of get where I'm going. So know your audience, right? We got to know our audience. And this is my attempt at that.
Ears looking in the sky to lift my spirits, and my spirits I don't whine, I just grind and get. Yeah, trusting the process is essential. Studying the chart should be the object of your mental.
Trust in the process was another line I remember he mentioned he wants me to say as well.
Make the most to get the laser focus like you Diplo. Keep a couple secrets.
I'm a big Diplo fan, I ain't even gonna lie, so you give me a chance to say something about Diplo, man, that's the homie. His beats are dope. Big Major Lazer fan. I saw them live, so that's just put Diplo and Major Lazer in there because that's the homie right there.
Secrets in the tails of the crypto. Keep a couple secrets in the tails of the crypto.
The minute you hear crypto, if you don't know what you're talking about with crypto, like you're thinking of crypt, Tales of the Crypt. So I'm in crypto now, right? Like I'm an investor. I invest. I got a little crypto on deck. Not telling y'all where it's at, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, at the time, this is me throwing in what I can as somebody, you know, trying to think of witty things, given the words I was given. And that's the challenge, right? That's the fun challenge.
Make the most to get the laser focus like you Diplo. Yeah, trust in the process is essential. Studying my...
So there, as a writing tactic, I actually repeat myself. I just reorder the bars, which is crazy because it makes it more catchy. But it also makes it so if I have writer's block, I fill it in. You know what I mean? So all the cats out there with the writer's block thing, like, you can repeat yourself. And you probably should quite a bit.
Chart should be the object of your mental. Moon in the Lambo. Taking pictures with the zoom and the angle. We'll be coming back to you with the samples. Our predictions coming soon with a halo. We just landed on the moon in the Lambo. Taking pictures with the zoom.
Chorus 3, just going through it.
We'll be coming back to you with the samples. Our predictions coming soon with a halo. The moon and the angels. Made man who died, read the game plan. The can't stand.
So now we have the bridge repeated, but the bridge, the way it's written and the way the beat is organized, it feels like a refrain, right? So that's all that is. You know what I mean? Like, the producer gave me another chance to put that bridge in. Great, because the bridge is fun to me. Like, I'm proud of that bridge.
We flying where they can't land. Lifestyle, so good I gotta write down. Trying down, don't make me pull my drive out. Made man who died, read the game plan. They can't stand. We flying where they can't land. Lifestyle, I never gotta lie about. Trying out, don't make me pull my drive out. Yeah.
I think I might have done that bridge twice, because the way I say drive out, like I'm not sure that's just a copy and paste, but.
Alright. Don't make me pull my drive out. Crypto life. Yeah. Made man, baby.
That's a Biggie joint.
How to rap true. Yeah. Diary made man. Stay tuned. Go.
All right, so there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is Moon Lambo. You know, for all the How to Rap fans, for anybody who's interested in sort of how does the brain work to do this, look, first and foremost, and I haven't mentioned this in the video yet, if I had known that the track was going to be kind of a hit within the crypto space, that, you know, it would end up with me traveling the world and doing performances in Russia, Moscow, Russia, because that's where I'm at right now. Ow. If I had known that, I probably wouldn't have written a song that would have been a hit or as relevant. You know, sometimes ignorance, especially as a creative, is a gift. So, you know, number one, you never know what that hit is going to be. Or that one that, it's not, I mean, this is not a hit in the sense of like a Billboard charting track, but it's a hit in the sense of it changed my life, right? And I think it helped, I would humbly say it helped to change Ian's life a little bit as well, with him building out this music stuff as well. So, you know, you always want to just be writing a good song and not worrying so much about, you know, where is it gonna be, and is this the one that's gonna take me around the world? Like, if I put that pressure on myself, I wouldn't have been able to do it. I was fortunate that I was writing it just as a theme song for somebody. It wasn't for this album, this Phantom Illmatic Part 3 album. A lot of artists get into. You're like, oh well, this has got to be this conceptual song for my Illmatic album, and it's like, yo man, just make a song, bro. Put a beat on. You know what I mean? So I guess sort of the short answer is don't put so much pressure on yourself. Don't put you so much pressure on yourself. Just enjoy writing a song. I'd say number two, probably what I would suggest getting out of this is, playing with imagery a lot to fill out the song. Number three, I'd say let the beat do the work. If it's a type of beat that is hot enough or active enough, like just, you don't have to reinvent the wheel with the chorus and all that kind of stuff. What we talked about, artists, and it's okay to wear your influences on your sleeve. And I'd say number five is collaboration and being open-minded to, if somebody approaches you with the opportunity to write a theme song or something like that, or do something that maybe you didn't like. There's a lot of artists that would have turned it down and just be like, "This, no, man, I don't know about that. Why would I write about that?" You know what I mean? But I tried to stay open-minded, and now we out here in Mother Russia, Posiva, Nastarovia. Yeah, any Russians who watch me, y'all know what I'm talking about. So thank you for watching. Hopefully this was of service to y'all. I'll be doing these for all the songs we release. Shout out to the How to Rap Nation. Mad love. Peace and blessings from Russia. I'm out.